Was Alexander Usyk just knocked out by Daniel Dubois in round number 5? Guys, we're about to answer this question. It's going to be super controversial. I already know it. It's already all over Twitter, man. And I can just see it. It's a big controversy. Did Alexander Usyk get knocked out with a body shot in the 5th round? So basically what happened is Alexander Usyk was winning this boxing match. He was doing really well. I had him winning 8-1. Or maybe 7-2. It was either 7-2 or 8-1. It's not the point. And Usyk finished him in the 9th round. And it was a very good display from Usyk, other than one very extremely controversial moment in which Alexander Usyk was hit to the body, or not to the body, depending on how you're seeing this, and he got knocked down, and he took 5 minutes on the ground, in which he kind of just rolled around in pain. And then eventually he was brought back up to his feet, and yeah, he was basically called it a low blow. Now, if you guys watched my video about Arthur Beterbiev versus Alexander Usyk back in the day, you would have known that, you know, Usyk got dropped with a body shot in that fight, and that Usyk is very sensitive to the body, and it is a spot that gives him a lot of troubles. You know, the Anthony Joshua fight, he got dropped, or not dropped to the body, but he got hurt to the body in the 10th round. So this does tend to happen to Alexander Usyk, and a lot of people are going to have a problem with this, and they're going to say Daniel Dubois is the new heavyweight champion of the world. Guys, he is not. At the end of the day, this was not a clean body shot by Daniel Dubois. It was very, very, very debatable. That's why everybody's debating right now. But guys, it was literally right on the belt line, half and half, but not half and half above the belt line. It was half and half with under the belt line. I'm putting an image up. Right there is an image of what just happened between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. If you guys look at that, you can tell Alexander Usyk has a white belt line that goes around the thing. It's a different material than the rest of the shorts. And then if you keep looking at it, you can see he got hit to the belt line, which is legal a lot of the time. But if you keep looking at it, you can tell that it actually also goes with the shorts, the under part of the shorts themselves. So you can see it does reach under the legal limit, or if there really is a legal limit. I mean, it's not really, it was not made clear in this fight. So it's very, very debatable if that was legal or not, but I just don't believe that you can say it's legal if it lands halfway on the belt line and halfway below the belt line. Because also right there, you have to think, you have a cup, and if you hit the cup in a weird way, it can hurt, you know, and it can actually affect you too, just like a low blow would. A hit to the cup can really hurt the cup. So you're not allowed to hit to the bladder or right there above the area. You have to keep it above or on the belt line in a lot of cases, specifically if the belt line's pretty high up there. You know, the ref will say you can work on the belt line just a little bit. But that, guys, is on the belt line and under the belt line, not on and above the belt line. If it landed halfway on the body, on Usyk's skin, and then halfway on the belt line, to me that would be one thing, and I think Daniel Dubois would have a very good argument to be mad here. But it was not. It was halfway on and halfway under. So I thought this was clearly a low blow. It's hard to tell. I mean, it really is hard to tell. So I give people, especially from one angle. There is one angle going out there. It's the one that kind of looks like it's from the side of Usyk, and that way you can't tell how it wraps around, so it looks really, really clean, actually. So from that first angle that a lot of people saw it at, it looked clean. And so obviously it's going to be controversial when you see a guy get knocked down with a very close body shot, and he's a heavyweight champion of the world, and, a lot of people are thinking this could be a giant upset. So, I thought that it was not a legal blow. You guys, I really want to hear what you guys think about this, because I know how controversial this is going to be. This is going to be one of those big things, man. Was it fair? Was it not fair? So, everybody's going to have to hear about that. And I don't think it's fair to say, oh, if Usyk had, if they had ruled that not a low blow, that Usyk would have been down for the count right there. I think that Usyk, part of the reason he was on the ground for so long was because it was considered a low blow. I think that if you consider the fact that, if Usyk knows that he's getting counted and it's a knockdown, I think he's going to make the attempt to stand up right there. So I don't think if you're saying, oh, Daniel Dubois is the new champion, it might have been a clean knockdown, but acting like he knocked Usyk out right there was just kind of crazy. So I do want to hear everybody's opinions on that, but I do have to say, for the rest of the fight, man, this is not talking about the low blow or anything about that because, we already saw that. It doesn't matter if you think that that was fair or not. I'm talking now about the rest of the fight. Alexander Usyk looked fantastic. He was jabbing up Daniel Dubois. He was landing the straight left hand at will and was overall just pretty much winning every single round. There was very limited punches that Daniel Dubois landed that I was like, wow, that was a good shot. So good stuff from Alexander Usyk. He knocked him down in the 8th round, and he got the finish in the 9th. And, he is still the WBA, WBO, IBF, and now lineal champion of the world. And everybody still wants to see the Tyson Fury matchup. I saw Frank Warren actually saying that they would need to do a rematch because Daniel Dubois is owed a rematch after that low blow. You can run it back. It's going to be the same result. Usyk made Daniel Dubois quit out there in the 9th round. It is what it is. Low blow or not a low blow, the fight still continued how it did, and Usyk is still the champion of the world. Let me know how you guys saw that. What did you think of that very controversial moment in round number 5? Do you guys think that that totally affected the outcome of this fight? And did it just leave a bad taste in your mouth? I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.